Man, we back. Let's get this going. Let's see. What is it saying? My connection is
Man, we
good.
back. Let's get this going.
Yeah, I'm getting feedback.
Let's see. What is it saying? My connection is good. We back. Let's get this going.
All right, guys, bear with me. I gotta go to something real quick for some reason. All right, there you guys go. Can you guys hear me out there? It was giving me some feedback earlier, so just let me know if you guys can hear me. What's up? What's up? Can you guys hear me? Cool, okay. All right, everybody's coming in here. We got like 25 already the first couple of seconds. So let everybody get up in here so we can get this thing started. As you guys can see, I got my Chargers gear on, man. I liked what the Chargers did in the draft. So I'm still on the fence. I don't know if I'm going to support them this season, but right now, I'm kind of getting excited. Turn my phone off because I know it's going to start ringing once we get going. All right, I'm going to start answering these questions. Jaquez Hudson, Fritz for Will, what's going on? Chris Giordano, what's up? Mr. Jason, what's going on? Ken Hernandez in the building. Synonomics is in the building. Hey, Jaquez, I like what the Chargers did, man. They made common sense drafts. They didn't do anything stupid. We needed a receiver, we needed a safety, and we needed O-line. And that's pretty much what they first round pick. We got a good safety out of Clemson. Second and third round, we got 2 offensive linemen. Then we went, I think, fourth and fifth, we went safety. Then sixth, we got a tackle. So we addressed all the needs, man. So I can't complain. They know better than I do. I don't know all those linemen we got, but like I said, they picked up what we needed. So hopefully those boys pan out. DeCorian Johnson, what's up? Q Kerber, what's up? From Athens, we got Georgia in the house. Manny, what's going on? Got a lot of fellas in the house. No Sense Frags, what's going on with you, man? Mr. Jason, what did you want to ask me about the Rockaware Evo Evolution? I haven't tried it I haven't worn it in years, man, but I still got it, still in the collection. Great celebrity frag, great cheapie. Roderick, what's up? Seymour, how you doing? Man, you guys are coming in here heavy tonight. We're already at 41. Jimbo, what's up? Darren, what's up? Chi-Town in the building. Gabriel asked me what's my thoughts on Versace Dylan Blue. I only smelt it in the store, so I haven't really tested it. When I smelt it, it didn't blow me away, but that doesn't mean it's not a great fragrance. I would have to test it out and get a good sample of it. But, sometimes in the store when you spray stuff on the strip, or, you kind of don't really get the real vibe until you wear it out. You know what I'm saying? And you let it develop on your skin for a couple of days. And depending on what what you get from people around you, for me, determines if it's good or not. If the performance. FD Bridges, what's up? Stan Tharp. Yeah, Stan, I smell Pure White, man. That's a great one. It's one that's not really talked about, probably because it's so damn expensive. But it's a great clean scent. With what you get, I don't know if it's worth the price tag, but I definitely like pure white, man. That's one of my favorite creeds. He says Dylan Blue goes hard. I gotta get that, man, because like I said, I smelt it on the strip, and a couple of fragrances that when I go to the mall and test them out, sometimes they smell way better on the strip than they do on my skin, and sometimes it's vice versa. Like they don't smell that great. Like Dior Sport, the 2012 version that I've had, it smells terrible on the strip, but on my skin, it's magic. On my skin, it works way better than it did in the store. So I really got to test things out before I can give you guys a real, honest assessment of it. Yeah, your Texans, man, they had a good draft, man, especially with the Deshaun Watson. That was probably the perfect pick for both team and player. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to do everything. Um, and he's not expected to do anything by the team. Like I think he's going to jump in and fit right in. Oh, I said Dylan Blue is similar to Savage. Then that's definitely probably a good one. Then we got Huntsville, Alabama in the house. What's up, Wesley? Mr. Jason says Dylan Blue is getting all the remarks people gave Savage. So are you saying people are saying Dylan Blue is basically garbage like they were saying Savage, or are they saying it? Because at first Savage was garbage by everybody, and then it switched to where everybody loved it. Like I said in my video, I was telling everybody it's a great fragrance. People they'll switch what they're saying later on. So I don't know what stage people are at with the Dylan Blue. Are they saying it sucks right now, or are they saying it's great right now? The line 1856, he says Bloomingdale and Fashion Valley. I was just in Bloomingdale last week, matter of fact, man. I spent a ton of stuff in there. I spoke about it on my last live stream. There was a lot of stuff that I liked in Bloomingdale's. Chris, no, I haven't tried the Marnico Colonia. I don't know what that one smells like. You said it came out a month ago. I didn't see that in the malls out here, so I may have to go try that one out. Jamie Wells, have you ever heard of a cheapie called Oriental White Edition? La Oriental White Edition? No, I haven't. What does that smell like, Jamie Wells? Is that a freshy? Well, I'm assuming it's an Oriental fragrance. It's kind of spicy, sweet. Let me write it down. Oriental. Who's the house? White Edition. Christopher Hutchins, what's going on? He said my thoughts on Fahrenheit. That's a classic, man. I haven't worn Fahrenheit in years, but those were probably one of the first 5 fragrances I ever owned. It was Eternity, Preferred Stock, Obsession, Fahrenheit, and it was something else. I think Cool Water was later on, but it was something else. But those were one of the first. That was like my introduction into the fragrance game when I was in like middle school. So I always have a spot, I always have a love for Fahrenheit. That was just one of the first ones that really got me into fragrances. What's up, Chris? Luna Rosa Carbon. I haven't smelled that one. Yeah, that Ferragamo Black, man, it's great. It's a sleeper. I don't know if it's Ferragamo Black is a sleeper, but it's definitely a great cheapie, man. I always recommend people if they're looking for a great, underrated kind of cheap fragrance you can find in Marshalls, Ferragamo Black is the one. Callaway says Bond number 9, Montauk, Centerpiece, or Bleecker Street. I saw your reviews of all of them. Can you rate them in order? Which ones give you the most? I'm going with Montauk. Man, that's a tough one. I think personally for me, okay, I'm going to tell you what I personally like as far as smell. I would go Bleecker Street 1, Montauk 2, Centerpiece 3. But if you're asking me what gives me the most compliments, it would be Bleecker Street 1, Centerpiece 2, Montauk number 3. For some reason, people love Centerpiece on me, man. Like every time I wear it, I get compliments. So something about Centerpiece a lot of women like. So that's how I would order in compliments versus my personal taste. Waves on Swim, what's up? Carbon Pour Homme is good, man. I like Carbon Pour Homme, and I also like the Intense version, the Lou Intense, which I purchased a bottle of. So Lou Intense created by Mason Francis Kurjan. It smells just like something he would make. It's like your Aqua Universalis Forte or the regular Aqua Universalis. A real soft, unisex, clean frag. King Meta, no, I haven't. He asked me if I was able to get the chance to sample Cerizo. Haven't sampled that yet. Hey Chris, I appreciate it, man. If you send me a sample, he says he's gonna send me a sample of that new Molecule 04 and that Eccentric 04, because I definitely haven't smelled those. And my PO box is on my channel now, so any video you look, you should see my PO box. But if you need it, it's PO Box 603, San Diego, California 92160 is my PO box. So if anybody want to send me samples, definitely do that, and I will give you my opinions either on the live stream or I'll shoot a video and give you my opinions. Fragrance addict, because man, most people that sell fragrances at fragrance stores don't know what the hell they talking about. They usually just sell fragrances. They don't take any time to research, and they don't take any time to really have a background on what scent smells like, other scents that they could recommend to people. They really know nothing about the fragrance other than what, if like for instance in Nordstrom's here, sometimes you'll run into a rep that's kind of knowledgeable about the fragrances, but most of the time, I think when they send them, like with the Bond House, they may send them a fragrance and they'll give them a card that just tells them what notes are in it. And outside of the notes that they can actually read, they don't know anything else about the fragrance. Because sometimes I'll go in there and I'll smell something like for the first time, and I'm like, oh, this has oud, or this has like birch or bergamot or whatever. And they be impressed, like, damn, how you can? And I'll be like, it got lavender. I can smell lavender. I can smell whatever. And they're like sitting there like they're impressed because they can't believe a person knows notes of fragrances or can smell a fragrance and pick up notes, because they don't take it. They're not into the hobby that much. It's just a job for most of them. That I still haven't smelled the 01. I've seen it. I've seen the bottle, but I haven't smelt it yet. Yeah, New York cologne. I haven't smelled the perfume version of La Nuit. I just got the regular, the original version. And yeah, Carvin Law Intense, man, it's great. I think some may find it a little bit feminine, but to me, it's a clean frag, man. I love it. It's perfect for this warm weather we're getting right now here in San Diego. My goodness, that's a good idea, but it's so hard to find alternatives to that house. He's saying I should do an alternatives colognes video to the Amouage, like kind of like I did with the Creed. Creed was easier because they had there's a lot of clones of Creed fragrances. Amouage, damn this damn bug. Amouage, those fragrances will be hard to find a clone of. Maybe there are some clones out there. I know for sure that Montal Wood and Spices, I would consider a clone to Reflection Man. So that'll be one. But my goodness, what fragrances from Amouage House that you like? So I can start there. So I'll look for some things that are similar to the ones you already like. 'Cause I haven't smelled all the Amouage. I smelled Reflection Man. I smelled, I think it was Seal Man. I smelled Memoir, Lyric. I smelled Epic. And Jubilation 25, which I have a bottle of. I think those are the only ones I smelled. I still need to smell Silver, Honor Man. Oh, I smelled Interlude too. I hate Interlude. But so those all I smelled. So there's others that I haven't smelled. But that's a good idea. I'll try to look into that. Chris Martinez, what's up? Neon Light asked me if I still had the same thoughts about Roja. I never finished doing the reviews. Yeah, I think on those videos I was doing like 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 6. And I think around 3 or 4 I stopped. And the only reason is because a lot of them I didn't like, and I just didn't want to keep bashing it. I didn't want to put out a whole bunch of videos just bashing the house. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they got some quality juice. So I kind of like, even I don't like to just bash houses. I don't like to just do reviews and just bash particular houses. I like to find stuff that I like, because at the end of the day, the only purpose of me doing a review is to review something I like and let you guys, so you guys can go purchase something that smells good, you know. But I guess in reverse, it'll save you money. If I talked about a whole bunch of fragrances I don't like, that may, you know, give you guys a caution, like, don't go blind by this, try it out. So, but I just didn't want to keep bashing it. But I still have them. My opinion is still the same on most of them. But I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper in that house and come out with some more videos. But they just, that house is just so expensive. It's kind of hard for me to recommend people to spend that kind of money on a fragrance, man. But if you got the money like that, then it's whatever. Stan Tharp says, I gotta try Journey in Honor. Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy some samples. I definitely do need to look into more Amouage fragrances, because actually, now that I think about it, Amouage isn't that expensive. If you go on Notino or fragrancenet.com, you can get. I got my Reflection Man. I think I purchased it without the bottle. I mean, without the box. It came with the cap and everything. A Reflection Man, and I paid like $105 for a 100 ml bottle. So that's a bang for your buck. That's not expensive for what you're getting. So actually, Amouage isn't that expensive if you buy it from an online retailer. So he said Honor and Journey. Greg S. No, I haven't tried. I didn't even know Trump made colognes. I haven't tried any Trump colognes. What's your thoughts? Andre Brown, what's up? He asked me what's my thoughts about Creed Vetiver Geranium. I didn't like it at first when I first smelt it. So that I smelt it in Nordstrom's, and to me it was just a little bit too woody. It was a real clean and authentic vetiver smell, but it was like a strong vetiver woody note with nothing else to me. It was just more a clean woody fragrance. I didn't get enough umph. You know what I mean? Like when I get Creed fragrances have this atmosphere or something that has a sparkle that I like about it, and I didn't get that with the Vetiver Geranium. I just got more of a just clean, like kind of bland almost vetiver wood note. You know what I mean? I didn't get a lot from it. So, and once again with the price tag, I don't know. But I seen those going down too. So those the aqua line from Creed, I'm starting to see that go down on the online retailers. So I may start exploring them a little bit more. But when I smelled it, it's when that line first came out. So those fragrances are real expensive. So I kind of disregard them. But I'm about to put my nose back on them. The line said, "What Mason franchise? What's MFK scents do I like? The ones I like the most that I've smelled. If you want something fresh, clean, it's the Aqua Universalis, either the regular or Forte versions. Like something extremely for like clean citrus for the spring, summer. Those two. Amorous is probably my favorite that I smelled. Now I haven't smelled a lot, but Amorous is probably my favorite. And the one that I need to smell is that 540, I think it's called, that Rogue 540. I hear that's a killer. But Amorous is my favorite from the house so far, because like I said, I haven't smelled a lot from that house. Gabriel asked me what's my thoughts on Prada L'Homme. Is that the new one? Is that the Milano? If so, that's to me, that was just a cool, clean, fresh, kind of soapy scent. Nothing amazing. Just, it was blah to me. It wasn't nothing that blew me away. Tino Miller asked if I ever tried Joe Malone fragrances. Yes, I have. I did a review on Oud and Bergamot, which is a great one. If you haven't tried that, it's almost reminiscent of Aventus. Has a similar vibe. It's not a clone, but it does have a similar vibe. There was another one I smelled. There was a few I smelled, but I forget their names because they're so like basic, like lime and basil and orange and grapefruit. Like I can't remember the one off the top of my head. But Oud and Bergamot was the latest I smelled from that line. That probably I liked. One of the ones I liked the most. Steven, what's up? Wade Stevens says, what's up, Coach? What are your thoughts on Chanel Blue? What are your preferences, EDT or EDP? Spoke about that before. My preference is EDTs over EDPs all the time. when it comes to this, most niches perfumes, but when for some reason EDTs last longer on my skin. I'm not gonna say they last longer on my skin, but they perform better on my skin. Meaning they have a bigger scent bubble, the better projection, and better sillage, and they just work. Every EDT I have bounces off my skin. Perfumes, they seem to sit closer to the skin. They may last a little bit longer, but they're so close to the skin that most people can't smell it. So for me, I always go EDT. And I know it's supposed to be the opposite, but for me, EDT works better. Oh, I haven't checked my email, Steven. He says I sent you an email earlier. Something I wanted to share, how to extend fragrances. There's two ways. Look at my old video. If you're new to my channel, I have a video how to make your fragrance cologne or fragrance lotion. And I show you how I use that trick to extend my fragrances. And recently, and this has been on my table for forever, but recently I got I was sent some homebrew 01. And this homebrew 01, I swear it increased the longevity and especially the projection. I wore this the other day with Frappin's Luministe, and it was projecting like a beast for a good 4 or 5 hours, and I never got it to project that long on my skin without that homebrew. Some say this is supposed to be just Molecule 01, but I've never used Molecule 01 to try to extend a fragrance, so I can't speak for that. But I specifically use this homebrew to extend the longevity of my fragrance and to help it with projection, and it actually worked. So I'll probably do a video on that to let you guys know where to get it from, how much it costs, etc., etc. And this is gonna be a quick one tonight, guys. I'm gonna probably go for 1 hour. I normally go about 2.5 hours, but I'm kind of tired tonight, so I'm only gonna go 1 hour. I was coaching with my kids today, and it was hella hot out there. That sun was beating me up, so I'm gonna call this one quick real early. So get these questions in. Tino Miller asked me, do I think Fendi should have kept making men fragrances? I never knew they quit. Did Fendi quit? If so, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Fendi fragrances. I don't own one Fendi fragrance, so for me, it's not a big deal. The last couple ones they came out with, I was like, they didn't blow me away. So I think Gucci might as well start making men's fragrances. Gucci fragrances just don't do it for me for some reason, man. Like, the only Gucci fragrances I really like is Gucci Pour Homme 2. I got a bottle of Gucci Envy. I got a little bottle of Gucci Rush that I just got recently. That's an old school one. I gotta wear that to let you know. But I know I like Gucci Pour Homme 2. I like the original Gucci Guilty. That's not anything amazing, but women absolutely love the original Gucci Guilty. So Gucci Guilty, Gucci Pour Homme 2, Gucci Envy, and there's one more other Gucci I like. But that's about it. Like, Gucci is like, and that new Gucci Absolute, man, I don't like that at all. So Gucci can go ahead and start making fragrances, in my opinion. Cause I don't know, man. I don't really care for that their fragrances too much. Seymour said, "What's on my buy list for niche?" Brian McGillen, Neroli Portofino is the business. I'll tell you right now, I got a lot of stuff on my niche to buy list, man. Let me see what's in my phone. I keep it in my phone because I always forget, and I'm always looking at something new, and then I forget. I still need to get a Labs on Fire Transparent Blue. I told you guys about that probably a year ago, and I had yet to buy a Labs on Fire Transparent Blue. That's one of the best fresh citrus frags that I smelt in a long time. It's only $110 for a niche. It's great. So if you guys looking for something for spring, summer, look into a Labs on Fire Transparent Blue. They have it at Scentbar, LuckyScent.com. I still need to get my hands on, I love NY for Fathers. I think that was Chris. Somebody came on here last week and said they were selling it for like $60 or something, or $80 on one of the online retailers. I went on there to purchase it and it was sold out, so I missed that. But I love New York for Fathers. It was a great one. That's on my to buy list. I still need to buy Hilly Cell Marine. MFK Amaris, I still want to get. 8 and Bob. Hey, who got 8 and Bob out there? Have any of you guys smelled the original 8 and Bob fragrance? That's a slept on, underrated niche fragrance. Olfactive Studio Still Life. I want to get that. And that new Nasamato Baronda. Is that how you pronounce it? That's on my to buy list. 4160 Tuesday, sexiest scent on the planet. I don't know anything about that. Just because of the name, I want to buy it, or at least get a sample of it. Mancera Sicily. Who did I see do a review on Sicily? Mr. Oz. He usually comes in here. I seen his review on Mancera Sicily, so now I want a bottle of it. Memos African Leather I want. And Profumo Aromas Aqua de Sal. Though that's my to buy list right now. Those are what I'm looking at. What else? I still want Boys 1920 Sushi Imperial. I've been seeing that for cheap. I always like that fragrance. I just never bought a bottle. So those are on my to buy list right now for niche. I still got to get a couple for on my designer side. I still need Hermes Roca Bar. Nobody talks about Roca Bar, but that's one of my favorites that I just never purchased for whatever reasons. Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. Aqua de Joe Profumo. And what else is on my to buy list? I had it on my to buy list from a long time ago. I don't know if I want it anymore, but that's Diesel's Food for Life Spirit. I wanted it, but I smelled it in a duty free, and it's kind of too. I don't know if I want that one anymore. And I need another bottle of Chic for Men by Carolina Herrera. So those are my designer and niche to buy list. What I'm trying to add to my collection. See more. Johnny Wish Bud. No, I haven't smelled that one. He's asked me if I got my nose on Boss Del Mar Baldessini or Baldessarini. Said ladies love it. Let me write that down, and since the ladies love it. Boss Del Mar. Oh, and I also want to buy the new Scent Story 24 Ice Gold. Scotty Starchild sent me a sample of that, man. I really like that one. And they have those new ones. I think it's called Elixir. They have a new line that's a little bit more expensive. I want to smell those too. My goodness, I'll try to do that. So what I'll start doing, I may do like that. I may do a combination video to where I'll do alternatives to multiple houses because like I said, it's going to be hard to find alternative to the Alma Watch house because their fragrance is a little, they're strong. They're kind of distinct. Like you don't smell a lot of stuff that smells like that, so it's going to be hard. Phil, what's up, man? My boy Phil Anderson in the house. Jason 5506, what's going on? FGAR NY. Everybody want me to do a collection video. People keep asking me about that. I might do one. I won't do my whole collection because, like I said before, I got too much stuff in boxes and closets that I don't wear. But in my room, I have a video. Like when you guys see my little what is it? The little thumbnail for this live streaming. That's kind of like my collection. So I have two shelves. I have my niche and then I have my designer. And it's about 50 or 60 bottles, which are, by my bed. So I keep my bottles in that rotation. So if I'm wearing it, I put it on my shelf. And if not, I either put it in my closet or I put it in boxes. 24 Gold, you will probably have to go online. Go to Scent Story itself. Because Scent Story just sent me an email. I think I said something on Instagram about one of their fragrances. And they sent me an email telling me about, or send me some kind of promotion telling me about their fragrances, and they had all those on there. So go to the Scent Story website itself. Joel Anderson's asked me what's my favorite frag from the Ralph Lauren house. That's a good question. I don't really be back in the day. It was Polo. What was it? Polo Sport US. Yeah, Polo Sport or something like that. Today I want to say maybe Polo is it. I can't remember. I get mixed up between Polo Black and Polo Double Black. It'll probably be one of those or Purple Label or yeah, Purple Label, the one that smells like Bleecker. It'll probably be Purple Label, but then it'll be either Double Black or Black. One of those two. I always get them mixed up. Darren says, "Get my name on Velvet Teddy." I've never heard of that. It's at Macy's. Okay, Macy's. Velvet Teddy. Hamburger. Yeah, hamburger. Yeah, Ralph Lauren Black is the business. I have both. So I had a little back in the day. I had a little like a little sample pack. You get like 4 or 5 bottles. It was black. It was double black. It was blue, green, which I hate. And it was one more, or maybe it was just those 4. And double, I don't know if it was black or double black, but both of them, man, they work wonders. I love both of those. Marvin, no, I haven't tried. Was it Sutton Place? No, I haven't. Did I try Sutton Place? Is Sutton Place the Bond number 9? Is Sutton Place that leather looking fragrance? If so, I think I did try that. I wasn't too impressed, but then again, it was on a paper strip. And then I tried the B9 because that's what I came there to try. Somebody asked me if I smelled B9, and B9 smelled like an eggplant to me. It smelled like an eggplant vegetable garden, and it was feminine. It was a feminine eggplant vegetable garden, so I was cool on that. And then I think I did smell Sutton Place, but I can't remember if I liked it or not because I was smelling so much stuff. Yeah, Polo Sport. Polo Sport was my frag back in the day, man. That was for me. Polo Sport was like my signature high school scent. And then I think right after high school, I want to say like 97, I think. Whenever CK1 came out, that was my signature scent for a minute. It was CK1, and I think it went to CKB was like my little signature scent. And I think I went from Polo Sport to Tommy. I think Tommy, like one of those two, was my signature for a brief moment. Or man, I didn't have a signature back then. I was like how most of my friends are today. You would like buy one bottle, and then you would wear that bottle till it runs out. Then you go buy you a new bottle, like the new fragrance, and then you would wear that out. Then you buy a new bottle, like you know what I mean. I never kept like I had my rotation back then, but I never really had a signature. I just kind of try to buy the newest thing, and then I would just keep all my other fragrances just in my collection, just collecting dust. What do I think of Invictus for a guy in his early 30s? I think you can pull it off because ladies like it. To me, age don't really matter when it comes to fragrances. Like there is fragrances that's more appropriate for your age. Like if you 35 plus, but I think it's more like your personality. I think fragrances, I would go with personality first, age second. Because I know some dudes that's in their mid-40s that act like they're 25. Like with me, I'm damn near 40. People don't think I'm 40. I don't think I'm not 40. I'm 39, so I'm damn near 40. But most people would never say I act like a 40-year-old guy. Most women I talk to think I'm 28 or 30. So I think the fragrance needs to match your personality more or less your age. You know what I'm saying? But if that's how I go with it. You as old as how you feel. The Mario Polo Sport, you got the gag face. Polo Sport was, I smelled Curve for the first time. Like, did I do a video on Curve? I bought Curve from Ross like 4 years ago for the first time. I never wore Curve, and I never wore Jupe. Never. And I still don't have a bottle of Jupe, but I just recently bought Curve. I haven't tried that Amber Fitch and Combi First Instinct yet. I went to the mall to look for it. I ain't have it. Keith asked me if I have a favorite perfumes. Dave Marley. I haven't smelled that many, but I would say Harriet is probably the best out of the ones that I smelled so far. But I only smelled like 2 or 3 of them, so I haven't. You know what I mean? I haven't went through that collection yet. Tino, what's the longest period you had a fragrance? I got a bottle right now that's 14 years old. I posted it on my Instagram. That's Ralph Lauren Romance. That's my favorite from the Ralph Lauren house. Whoever asked me that, I totally forgot about that. I just posted it on my Coach Rob619 Instagram page. That's a 2003 bottle. That's 14 years old. So I think in my collection, I would say Eternity, but I bought Eternity probably 3 or 4 times. So the bottle I got is probably, I don't know if it's ever been reformulated, but it ain't the original. But my Romance is the original bottle from 2003, and I don't think I have anything. I may have bottles that are old, but I'm talking about actually purchased and been in my collection that long. That's older than Romance. I want no. I was gonna say Dolce and Gabbana Pour Homme, but I don't think I bought that before 2003. I don't even think it was out before 2003. What else is old in my collection? And a lot of stuff, a lot of my old stuff, I had like Polo Safari, which I hated. My mom or somebody gave me that like years and years ago. That probably would have been Polo Safari. Probably would have been the oldest in my collection that I gave away. Um, hmm. So I think most of the stuff in my collection right now goes back to 2005, 2004. Because I was moving one year, I was moving in like around 2004, and I broke all my colognes. Like I had a box full of colognes and broke all of them during moving. So I kind of started over my collection around 2005, 2006 time frame. So most of them are old, but only a few like Ralph Lauren Romance and other few that I had in a box and packed up good didn't break. So I think that's why that's the oldest in my collection right now. Jason 5506, you've been buying vaulted creeds. How are you getting vaulted creeds? And which ones have you been purchasing? YAD says Bleecker Street versus Mont Blanc Individual. Which is more bottle worthy and the best value? Well, obviously Individual has the best value because it's hella cheap compared to Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street you can't find right now, and if you do, it's pretty expensive. But even if it was out, you still gonna pay. Even at an online retailer, you're gonna pay about $150. So Mont Blanc Individual, but I would compare Mont Blanc Individual to Creed's original Santal, and then talk about which is, you know what I mean? Because they're pretty much identical. So that would be a more versus comparison. And I still think original Santal smells a little bit better because it has that Creed signature to it. But Mont Blanc will still be the better value. Shavathon is asking, "This Ultra Mall has been continued?" I would say no, it just came out. But if you guys in the house know anything about Ultra Mall being discontinued, let me know, because I like that. That's what I smelled last week, was one of my favorites of the day. So I'm definitely gonna go purchase that. That's on my to buy list too. Waves on Swim say I have a ton of saved citrus scents, which is true. He says, "What are some of my daring scents that I have in my collection?" My daring scents would be Lubin's Akkad, AKKAD. Look that one up. That would be a daring scent for me. I had Frank #2, which I traded away. That was kind of a daring scent for me. I would say my Serge Lutens, I don't even know how to pronounce it, is a daring scent for me. It's on my Instagram. It's like, let me see. Let me look it up real quick. It's a weird name. Filet and Agulus. Let me type it out for you, because I cannot. I don't know. Do not know how to pronounce any of these names. AIGUILLES. That's one of my most daring right there. So that by Serge Luton that I just typed in. Akkad by Lubin's House. What is daring in my collection? I can't think of anything else daring in my collection, because most of my stuff is crowd pleasers. Most of my stuff is safe, pleasant, garners a lot of compliments, nothing too offensive. Jubilation 25, it'd be daring. So Jubilation 25, Lubin's Akkad, that Serge Luton fragrance I just said. Sergi, however you pronounce it, Sergi. It's kinda, but that's a good smelling. So that ain't really it. That ain't a Daring Scent or anything like that. But probably those. I don't have a lot of them. Beauty of Scent. What question you want to know? Because what happens is that when people are sending so many questions, it keeps scrolling up, and I can only go back so far. So if I miss your question, just ask it again, and when I see it, I'll just knock it out. So Beauty of Scent, what's your question? Hey Jason, how does that Vetiver 1948 smell? Marvin asked me what's my top 5 citrus. I have No Sense Frag. I have the classic 1920 by the Boys House. What's Neo says, what's my opinion on Keaton? Man, that was my signature at one point, man. That's a beast. It's one of my favorite fragrances. He said he want to know what to do. What's popping? Nothing, man. We just here talking fragrances. Fragrances in football. Well, we ain't talking football no more. We were talking football. Marvin says, what's my top 5 citrus? Neo, Reeve D'Ambre, Tom Ford, citrus. What's the other ones I like? Those are my top 2 right now. Why can't I think of citrus? That's all I own. Got to get back to you, man. I'm drawing a blank. But start with Neo and Reeve D'Ambre by Tom Ford. Those are my 2 favorite citrus. Oh, Aqua de Parma's Calineo or Calinia. That's a classic citrus. That I like. What else? What other citrus in my collection I really like? Frappin's Luminis, which is kind of like a boozy citrus. That's one of my favorites. And what else is in there? Right now, that's all I could think of. No, I haven't. Waves on Swim asked me if I ever tried a Bogart house. Haven't tried that. No Sense asked me what's my favorite house. I would say right now my favorite house is Creed, because there's Creed. Then I would say Bond, because like once again I just like great smelling, performing. Creed fragrances don't perform that much. Bond performs a lot on my skin, but Creed, Bond, and I want to say either Chanel or Dior are probably my favorite houses. Maybe, probably leaning more towards Dior are my favorite houses. Blue Water Grill on India Street, best seafood in San Diego. I'm gonna try that out. Oh, I've been to TJ Oyster Bar a whole bunch of times, man. I know about that spot. But somebody else told me about Blue Water Grill, man. I think my fiance went there with her friends. Blue Water Grill. I'm gonna try that out. I might go this weekend. It's coming up weekend. Erofa is one of my favorite aquatic fragrances. So I love Erofa. Yeah, man, Creed and Dior, those are, like I said, those are 2 of my favorite houses, man. I just love what they come out with. Yes, I tried that fragrance extender with my Frappin Luminis, and what I really noticed about it is it increased the projection, the longevity slightly, but mainly the projection. I was projecting like a beast. So this homebrew 01 Frappin Luminis was a banger together. It says, have you smelled Creed Selection Vert? No, haven't. Man, don't tell me I got Balboa up in here. Balboa Cubo Champs 9U. Who's this? Oh, this must be CJ. Okay, listen at you, man. They ain't gonna be the Cuba. They ain't gonna be the this. CJ is a guy who also coaches football out here for an organization. So he up here talking mess. And I got my fiance in here. What the hell you doing in here? So I got everybody up in here tonight. Again, somebody asked me what's my thoughts on Sutton Place. It was cool. Like I said, I haven't really tested it. I smelled it on the paper strip, so it was okay. I would need to test it on my skin because I usually get two different. Most fragrances don't work on paper like they work on my skin. Very rarely do I get a fragrance how it smells on paper. It smells exactly the same on my skin. Like I was testing out one people always talk about is Hermes, that Voyage one with the little like the bottle you kind of like turn it under or whatever, and on my skin, man, it smells like strong, like citrus, like cleaner, and it does not work on my skin. On paper, it smelled like clean, great citrus, but as soon as I sprayed it on my skin, man, it was like it was a scrubber for me. And everybody says that Hermes Voyage is great, but it smells good on paper, but it just doesn't work on my skin for some reason. Cinco de Mayo is gonna be lit. What's your plans, Waves, on swim for Cinco de Mayo? I haven't smelled Beauty since asked me if I smelled Zara's Vibrant Leather. I think I seen it, but I haven't smelled it. So I was in there and I smelled a whole bunch of stuff. And Zara has some great fragrances, man. So they for the price that they cost, they're pretty good. But I went in there looking for that warm addictive one everybody's talking about, but it was sold out. Yeah, Hamburgers 247 says every time he hits up a place, they trip on on the samples. And I talked about that in the last live stream. I don't know what it is. Back in the day, dude, you would walk in a mall and they'll be throwing samples at you. Like they'll be, hey, come, I got all these samples. They couldn't give you enough samples. And for some reason now it's like people are stingy on the samples and these bottles cost too much and you're not gonna get a sample. How would I know how this works on me? So every time I go, what you have to do to get samples, you have to call, like, what's that place in Vegas? I think it's called Barney's, New York. You go in there one time. If you ever in Vegas, go to the mall, like it's kind of like off the strip. Go to the mall, go to Barney's, New York, and those sales reps in there, they'll give you a business card with their name, direct email number, and they'll send you samples of whatever you want. And then wherever you guys live at, try to get in a relationship with the sales rep. But the downside is you have to buy something at retail. You have to, once you purchase one bottle, a niche, or anything from those sales reps, they'll hook you up. And usually Bond, I don't know what time of year, I think they do it every year, but they have a special to where you buy one bottle, you get one free, or you buy two and you get the third one free, or you buy one, get one half off, or maybe that's just here in San Diego, but that might be the time. So you could probably just buy one retail then, and they'll throw in a ton of samples, and they'll, you know what I'm saying, they'll start sending you stuff. So you kind of like nowadays, you kind of got to get in and get a good rapport with the people that the sales reps, and then they'll start hooking you up. Yes, I've tried English Laundry. I have Arrogant. It was in one of my top 10s. I can't remember which one, but I'm gonna do a review on that coming up soon. I'm probably gonna do some reviews tomorrow and do that. Oh, we got Kevin Samuels in the house. He says I get hundreds of samples per month. So how do you get hundreds of samples per month, Kevin Samuels? They send them to you. Do you go to the malls? Let us know, man. What's your method? Help some of these brothers in here out. I haven't smelled Jimmy Choo Ice. I think I seen that the other day. I didn't even try to see what that smells like. I might check that out. He said I just went over the way to get tons of Bond samples. What do you mean? You just said it in here, or you shot a video? What are you saying? Waves on swim. I picked up a cheapy Cooper Red. Heard it's like Rivados. I don't know. I got Cuba Gold. Cuba Gold's a good one. I picked it up for like $6. That's definitely a good one. Those Cuba Gold sales are pretty good for what you get. For $6-7, you can't beat it. Does Erofa perform better than MI? On my skin, it does. I don't know what performance is for anybody else, but Erofa performs way better than MI on me. MI doesn't last that long. I get about 4 to 5 hours with it. But Erofa lasts a little bit long. I get like about 7 or 8. Men styles, relationships, just like you said, call and speak to them, and yeah, exactly. You gotta build a rapport with these sales reps. Oh, okay. You guys check out Kevin Samuel's page. He's saying that he did a live stream. He also did a video showing you guys how to get samples. And if you haven't subscribed to him, man, go check him out. He gives a lot of good information, fashion tips, very informative stuff. Yes, I have tried New York Oud, and that's a nice one. I just recently tried that one. So New York Oud is a nice fragrance. That will be, somebody asked me earlier, New York Oud is something that I would consider more mature. I don't know if I'll tell a 25 and under guy to wear New York Oud, but someone my age or close to my age, I think New York Oud will work wonders for you, especially if you like to dress up. And you're not always like, sports casual, like how I'm dressing right now. If you dress like this for the majority of your day, I wouldn't wear New York Oud. It wouldn't match, in my opinion. Jay Croner, of course, man, I'll always have the original Eternity for Men in my collection. That was the start of my love for fragrances. So regardless, I'll always have it. I still have it in my collection. It doesn't smell the same to me for some reason, but I still have it. But I want to get that new, what is it called? Eternity for Men Now, or Eternity Now. I want to get that in my collection just because I love Eternity so much. Yeah, I slept on Bond Number 9 when I first got in the game. Because the thing with Bond Number 9 house, they have so many different fragrances, and if you coming from designer, that's why I always recommend people when they say, "What's the house to get into from designer?" I always say Creed, because Creed, their fragrances is just way more. They're way safer, and when you wear them, you're going to really understand why people go to niche, and the people around you are going to also appreciate it. But when I first went to Bond, I went to I smelled New Harlem, which I didn't like. Then I smelled, I think it was it Rivers? It was Brooklyn. I didn't like Brooklyn. So I smelled all the ones that I didn't like. So after Brooklyn, Riverside Dry, I think I might have liked. So I went from New Harlem to Brooklyn to some feminine stuff that I didn't like. And then I smelled Riverside Drive, which I was on the fence about. So that kind of got me back, like, well, maybe I might like some of these, because Riverside Drive is kind of cool. Then I think I smelled Ude New York, and I'm like, okay, this is a cool one. And then I start getting to the Montauk's, and I start getting to the Bleakers, and I start getting to all the stuff that I like. So there's a lot of stuff in Bond's house that you're going to hate. There's a lot of stuff you're going to be indifferent about, and there's going to be a lot of stuff you're going to love. It's just so many fragrances that you just got to find. You got to find your lane. Because like right now, the ones I own is Centerpiece. I own, I Love New York for Him. I own Montauk, Shea Bond. I own Wall Street. And I think it's one more. I think it's something I'm missing. But pretty much all those are fresh, clean, compliment getting fragrance. So now I have to get into the dark stuff, like the New York Oud, the Gold Signature. I like Signature. I think that's a slept on one too. Nobody talks about is the Bond. It's in the gold bottle. The Signature I like, so I got to add that. So, it's a couple, but you just got to find which ones you like. The Slow Lean, no, I haven't messed with any of those fragrances yet. Yes, Marvin, I just said, well, you probably typed that before I said it, but yes, I have Wall Street in my collection. Corey asked me what's my favorite Dior Privé. That's easy. That's Boys Day Argent. And I like that Fève, whatever the one is called, the sweet one. Those are my two favorites from the Privé line. The Triology asks, in your opinion, what scent is San Diego in a bottle? Back in the day, I said Nautica Voyage was San Diego in a bottle. Pretty much anything aquatic, but there's this one scent. It's called Mulholland, I think. It's by Kiko Macheri's line. And that, I was like, man, this is San Diego in a bottle. But Nautica Voyage is a good one. Let me see if I can find that. I think it's Mulholland or something like that. Mulholland. And that's another house people don't talk about. I think it's like Kiko Macheri or something like that. But she got a fragrance. Yep. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. But anyway, look up the Kiko Masheri's house. It's like Mulholland something. And that one is probably San Diego. It reminds me of just a California fragrance. He said, Demario said, I roasted New Harlem. Yeah, man. New Harlem is one of my Believe the Hype videos if you guys haven't seen that. You know what I like better than New Harlem? And I probably said in that video. That video is so old. It's probably like 4 years old now. But Roach's Man. A lot of people still sleep on that Roach's Man. Roach's Man is a great, and even what is it? Michael Jordan's Legend. That to me is better than New Harlem. Or yeah, that's a great. I'm not gonna say it's better than New Harlem, but it's definitely a great alternative to New Harlem. And that Roach's Man is also a great alternative. I like both of those better than New Harlem. I just don't like that strong coffee bean note or whatever's in there. Beauty and Sense said Wall Street smell like dead fish. I did a video on that, and it does have I had a sample of it first, and it does have a wet dog. I said wet dog. You say dead fish, but it had like a wet dog vibe on me. But it's weird. I got a bottle, and what I realized, if I spray it on my clothes and not on my skin, I don't get that seaweed wet dog, like what you say, dead fish vibe. If I spray it on my clothes, I get a different scent, and I'm telling you, I get a gang of compliments with that Wall Street. So if you have it, but if you think it smells like dead fish, you probably don't. But if you get a sample of it, spray it on your clothes, not on your skin. The Slowly, yeah, Signature is a good one, man. A lot of people sleep on that one. It kind of smells feminine, so I can see why, but it's a great one. No, man. They asked me if you own a vintage and send a piece for him redundant, and I would say absolutely not, because they smell totally different. Now, the only reason that I feel people compare centerpiece to a vintage is because it has a pineapple note in the background, so it shares that musky pineapple vibe. But to me, it's a juniper berry fragrance with a nice clean, fresh vibe. That's, to me, is totally different than a vintage. I think if you had the what was that one called, like the Bond.com, I think that smells more like a vintage. That's more of a redundant purchase. But I think centerpiece, you can have a vintage and centerpiece in your collection and still have separate times you'll wear. I would wear a vintage more so dressed up, suit and tie, when I'm just trying to impress somebody. And you can wear it more you can wear it casually, but I'll wear centerpiece more on a hot summer day, spring, white shirt, linen, more casual, to me, and for the office, I wear it in the office also. So to me, they're both great fragrances, but they are different. Vintage is much more complex, has much more stuff going on in it. Damn, I got this flying. Shelter Island, is it Shelter Island the one I like? It's either Shelton Island, because there two of them they're blue bottles, and I get them mixed up. I think I think it's Shelter Island and the Hamptons, because one is feminine and one's kind of unisex smelling. So I think Shelter Island is the one I like, and I think I was trying to get my girl the Hamptons one. I can't remember. I get them mixed up. He says, what do you think of CH Man? CH Man is a beast. I did a Believe the Hype on CH Man, Chris. Check that video out. That's a compliment getter, man. That's a great one. FGAR NY asked me what's my thought on the fragrance community then and now. So I think I touched on that on my live stream number 2 or 3. I don't know, but to sum it up, I think it's just as good as ever. I like about. Well, I guess they were doing it back then too. What I was about to say is what I like about the fragrance community now is that I see a lot of collaborations. I see a lot of people, a lot of fragrance reviewers getting together outside of being in front of this camera. Like I seen somebody post a picture. I think it was a Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, or maybe it was Renaissance, but they were all at a bar. You had Vava Couture, Tiff Benson, Renaissance, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. You had, you had Chad from you had all these people getting together. And I was saying in my last stream that I wish we had more of a West Coast representation of fragrance reviewers that I can link up with, whether I had to drive to LA or either up in the Bay, and to where we can get together and do some meetups and shoot some reviews together and do some collaborations. So, but I think Fragcom is cool. I don't, everybody showed me love, so everybody's cool with me, so I'm cool with everybody else. I don't have no controversy or anything going on. So I like Fragcom. I like where it is today. And what I do like, I think Fragcom today, it's easier to get on today than it was 5 years ago, than it was 4 years ago. Because I think, like, some of these reviewers are just breaking this threshold to where when I first got in the game, if you had 5,000 subscribers, you were like the dude. You were on top of the game. So now you got guys like Jeremy with all these subscribers, and you got Red Lessons and Drag Doc. And Drag Doc's been in the game from day one, but to see them pushing 30, 40,000 subscribers, it's kind of making it easier. So now it's the threshold is up here. So now the new guys can come in and get 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 like it's nothing. When somebody like me from 5 years ago, it took me forever to get my 10,000, 11,000, wherever I'm at today. So I think all the guys that got these subscribers now, it kind of made it a little bit easier for the newcomers to come in and get a good fan base like quick. Like we had to grind. Not saying the guys are there and grinding, but we really had to grind because back then, who was watching reviews on fragrances? You feel me? It was like nobody. Cause even when I stumbled across, I still to this day don't know how the hell I stumbled across a fragrance review on YouTube, because I was looking for something totally different. Like I was on here looking at football plays and stuff. So I don't know how I stumbled across it, but now I could be looking at stuff and YouTube is constantly sending me, fragrance things, and it's just way different. So the Fragcom is definitely on the up and up. He said Slow Lean, Sag Harbor, and Shelter. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's the thing about Bond. It's so many different fragrances, so many of them that I get them mixed up, and sometimes I overlook them thinking I already smelt it because the bottles are so similar. So Sag Harbor. Kevin Samuel said that's a good one. Lemon and pepper, huh? Only lemon and pepper I like is Wingstop wings, man. I don't want to smell like no lemon and pepper. No, I'm just kidding. Let me get to these questions. We could do that. Me and Kevin Samuels could do a collab if he up for it. Hey, Kevin Samuels, by the way, where you located at? What part of the country you in? Hey, I appreciate that, Chris. Hey, to the line 1856, I was saying hi to his daughter. Is it Aliye? I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm sorry about that, but hi. Glad you're watching me. Jay Croner 659 asked me, what are your thoughts on Dale Bottom Note? I always thought he kept it real, and you really break down the smell. Yeah, Bottom Note, a cool dude, man. Me and Bottom Note used to chop it up all the time. He used to call me on my phone, and he used to tell me, give me tips of how he feel I can improve my channel and how I can grow and things that he's seeing and everything, man. Bottom Note, he was a cool dude. I think the pressure might have got to him. 'Cause I think the thing with Bottom Note, and I know he's still around, the thing with Bottom Note is that I think he wanted his channel to grow quicker than what it did, because that dude was putting in so much work. If you still go to his channel, I don't know if he has his old videos up, but I did one video. It's called how to get tips or how to watch YouTube reviewers or something. It's still on my channel, and matter of fact, I just posted it on my Roz Reviews Facebook page. I'm gonna tell you right now. And if you guys go look at this video, he was doing stuff that was on another level way before any of the guys in the game came here now. So I think he expected, since he put so much hard work into his channel, the people to come appreciate it and subscribe. But that isn't what it's all about sometimes, man. It's just like people they either feel you or they don't. And I think that kind of bothered him. Okay, the video is called Infocommercial. How to get the most out of a fragrance reviews collab. So you guys go check that video out and just look at the work like me and him did in that collaboration, and let me know if you see anything today that's similar to that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can pick this up. Let's see, can you guys see that?
Honesty, research, and creativity are
Yeah, just go check the video. I just tell you the name, but it's on my video. It's called Infomercial, to me it was funny, but it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Back in the day, man, I was the controversy dude, man. People I used to piss fragrance reviewers off, man, but I have no problem with controversy though. I like controversy. I'm the kind of dude. If people bring that controversy to me, I thrive off of it. 'Cause I'm a competitive guy, so I think that's why a lot of reviewers don't bring that to me, because I embrace controversy, which I should. It's kind of childish. I should grow up, but I don't run from it. So I think that's why I'm cool with everybody. Cause I can be childish if we have to go there, but we don't. Somebody saying, who is Dale? Bottom note. Look him up, man. He still has a channel. I think he's still reviewing. Yeah, no, since Frag, exactly, man. Dale was putting, dude, if you watch his videos, and I could just imagine how much time and editing and all that he had to do, and how much planning he had to do for his videos. And I could tell this stuff burns you out sometimes, man. People don't realize how much work we put into shooting a video, putting up a video, taking time out of our day, taking time away from our family to put up these videos. Like right now, I'm taking an hour away from my fiance. She just in a room waiting for me to finish this. All right, Binary said, what fragrances are I'm wearing? What I'm wearing today? Today I put on I got on Aqua Universalis right now. That was my scent of the day. Cause it was super hot today. It was probably like 88 degrees, man. Like it's probably one of the hottest days of the month so far. Being the last day, it was the hottest day of April. So it was real hot. So I went with Aqua Universalis. The Lion says he likes when I do reviews outside of San Diego. Matter of fact, I plan on doing that tomorrow. I'm thinking of a location. But the only thing about it, it just takes so much time. 'Cause I got to find a location. I got to find the right time of the day to do it. People walking around. I got to bring my camera, my mic, and all that stuff. And then I got to come back and edit it. It just takes forever. When, like, right here, I can shoot a video in 10 minutes, edit it, and it's up. So I can bring you more content here. But I like the outside videos too. I think visually it looks better. So I do plan on doing more of that actually. Yeah, Dale is Bottom Note. Yeah, so it's the same person. Bottom Note, obviously his screen name. Dale is his real name. Invasion Barbar. I wouldn't say it's one of my best fragrances, but it's definitely the best bottle of my collection, and that will be my wedding scent. Yep, I seen his cologne addiction video, and it was real, man. I mean, cause even with me, when I first started reviewing and I was trying to put out so much content that every time I went past a Ross, Marshall, or any mall, I had to either go smell a fragrance, I had to stop my car, go smell a fragrance, or go buy a fragrance. And I had to, I had to pump my brakes and take a step back. Like, damn, man, I'm doing too much purchasing. And a lot of those fragrances I'm never going to wear. It was just trying to get the next bottle, trying to get the next fragrance, to shoot reviews. And that's why I was saying I need to get to a point to where I get a sponsorship, so I can get free bottles that I can review, and I don't have to constantly purchase bottles all the time that I know I'm not going to wear after I shoot that review. I'm just specifically shooting it to let you guys know either to go buy it, don't buy it, or whatever I feel, whatever my opinion is on it. So this hobby, it gets expensive. Releasing these videos, it gets expensive. Trying to bring you content, like I said before, we're not shooting like we're like a product. I'm a product-based YouTuber, so I have to actually purchase a product every time I shoot a review. I'm not just getting on here telling you about some stuff that I know, from on top of my head. I got to go buy something, test it out, wear it, shoot the review. Go buy something, test it out, wear it, go buy something, you know what I mean? So that adds up real quick. No, I haven't tried Mancera. I haven't tried a Mancera fragrance yet. And that's one of the houses I'm about to dive into. The Mancera's house. I'm gonna get a little bit more Montal fragrances because I like that house. And the Parfums de Marty house. I want to dive in a little bit deeper into those houses. So those are probably the 3 that's on my. And that what is that? That one that makes Coco Blanc. What's that house? Majestic something. I want to look into their fragrances too. Or Matriarch, House of Matriarch or something like that. Yeah, I still have that. That's what I was saying earlier, man. That Ralph Lauren Romance is like a 14-year-old bottle. That's like the oldest in my collection right now. But I don't know how much it's going for. So how much you saying they're charging these prices for it now? How much can you get one for? If you were to buy it today. Kevin sent. Okay, I'll matter of fact, I'll send you an email right now. So, do you have some information about some sponsorships? Are you saying when I get information to relay it to you also? Man, what the hell? My account is. Oh, there it goes. Let's say my account is tripping. Let me sign into my account right now. And if you guys want to ask me questions outside of this live stream, just hit me up, CoachRob619@gmail.com. I definitely check my emails. And I do respond. Steven, now I see your email. I just logged in. He's asking about extending my fragrances. Let me. Oh, what the hell? Oh, damn! I think I closed the damn window. What is the email? It's Kevin at Made Men Image Consulting. Excuse me, I'm shooting Kevin an email, guys. You're probably like, damn, why would he being so quiet for? I'm just shooting him an email real quick. All right, Kevin, I just shot you an email, so you'll have mine and I'll have yours. Oh, sorry, like screw YouTube. I got you, my brother. Cool. Yeah, I heard it's the same as Aventus. People say it's probably one of the best clones out there, but I haven't smelt it yet. You never got compliments with Romance? Yeah, Romance is a good one, man. Renee is cool, man. Fguard NY. I used to chop it up with Renee back in the day. I haven't talked to Renee in years, but I see he's still doing this thing, and I think he works as a fragrance rep now. So yeah, I like him. I just had to be cautious with his stuff, man, because he's always recommend me some stuff that smells hella feminine, man. I'm like, damn, this dude loves some feminine smelling juice. So other than that, Renee's a cool guy. Just gotta be careful with his recommendations. Oh, I gotta try that one. I have my girl. She got that too. She got the Alien, and she got the Creative Interest for her. But that Bulgari Omnia, I haven't smelled that. Let me see, Omnia. Hey Kevin, real quick, what do you recommend for men? So I remember I seen something of yours, and I kind of feel both sides because I kind of feel the same way when it comes to fragrances. And what I mean, like how some guys is like, dude, I'm not about to dress up and put on some some hard bottoms and some in a dress shirt, and I'm just going to the mall, or I'm going like living in my lifestyle, like I'm a baseball coach and I come home from work and I'm with my family and kids. Why, like I don't have the environment to dress up like this, because I that's the advice I gave people in the past with fragrances. There's some fragrances that, depending on your lifestyle, it's not going to match your lifestyle. Like there's some places that people would never really have an opportunity to wear Jubilation 25, or wear a highly upscale fragrance based on what they do in their day. So if they just go into work, they work at Home Depot, and then when they come home, they go coach baseball, so they got on sweats and some type of jogger, some tennis shoes, and then they come home, and then on the weekends they just chilling, running errands and going to the mall. So what kind of starter kit would you expect them to wear? Or how would you dress casually for the guy that's not really trying to dress up? What would you recommend? Hey, Chuck Taylor, I'm the same way, man. I'm so tired of Aventus clones. Like, there's so many of them. So when I see an Aventus clone, I'm just like, whatever. The only reason I even entertain them at this point is just so you guys don't waste your money on it. Like, I'll do a review just to let you know if it's worth purchasing or if it isn't. But that Club de Nuit or whatever it's called, to me, that's still the best clone. And it's cool because when I first sprayed it on, somebody sent me a sample in the mail. I didn't even realize it was supposed to be a clone. So I'm just going through the sample they sent me, and I'm like, damn, this smells familiar. And it took me like an hour to get it because it doesn't start off like Aventus. To me, it started off like oody. Like there's like a oud, birch, dark kind of vibe to it. And then once it dried down, it was a Aventus to the T. It was an Aventus clone. So that's pretty much at this point, them the only two that I would say get. Either get the real bottle of Aventus or get Club de Nuit, and you good. So it says a t-shirt, denim. Okay, so yeah, so this your casual, because pretty much at this point, that's what I rock, man. I don't really dress up that much no more, because I don't really go to the club. I don't really, me and my fiance, we don't really go out. We're more like homebodies now, and I'm either doing, my coaching, but if I do go out the weekend, I got me a nice button up on. I got me a V-neck t-shirt, some denim, some loafers, some suede loafers, something like that. But I don't wear the hard bottoms, but I will wear some suede loafers, some chinos, and a t-shirt. Nice watch. That's pretty much where I'm at now. Ferocious 1980, what's up, man? He says, do I have advice of anyone trying to lose 300 pounds? Yep, I got advice for everything, baby. You came to the right place. But damn, your question just, that's what I'm saying. So many questions that I was looking at it, and well, I seen your question, so I don't know if you asked me anything after that. If you're trying to lose anything, any more than, if you want to lose 300 pounds, that's kind of unrealistic. But this is what my advice to you would be. Number one, watch the documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Watch it its entirety. Like, sit down, put aside an hour and a half, 2 hours. I forgot how long the documentary is. Watch that documentary. Step 2, go buy you a juicer. Step 3, do the exact juice he was doing in that documentary, and I guarantee you will lose a gang of weight. Me and my fiance did it about, how long ago was that? 2 years, 3 years ago? 3? 3 years ago, we juiced for 30 days straight. It was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. She was begging to quit after the first 5 days. but we did nothing but drink juice. You're gonna feel like you're gonna die around day 5 or 6, but day 8, 9, your body adjusts to it. You'll notice your nails growing, your hair start growing crazy, your skin starts clearing up. You get all those toxins out your skin. I lost 28 pounds in 30 days, and I was the lightest, healthiest I've been in a long time. So you do that for 2 months. I don't know if you can do it for 2 months. The guy in the video did it for like 6 months, but that juice will give you enough, all the nutrients you need, nutrients you need in your body. If that's too extreme for you, what I would say is cut out your carbs. Cut out all carbs. Eat less. I would say cut out all carbs. Eat all carbs, processed food, juice, drink water, salad, and protein meats. Your chicken, turkey, fish, steak, salads. That's it. Cut out all the carbs and go to the gym. You don't have to lift a whole bunch of weight. Do full body workouts. There's a book called the TNT Workout. Do I have it out here? Because somebody just asked me the same question or a similar question. It's called a TNT Workout by Men's Health. You can get it on Amazon for like 5 cents. It'll be like $2-3 to ship it to you. I purchased that book, and that's what I'm doing right now because I want to get back into it because I've gained some weight myself. So, cut the carbs, full body workout 3 days a week. If you got more time than that, like go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursdays, get on the treadmill, do some HIIT cardio, do some sprints, whatever you can do. But it's not that hard, man. It's just a change in your lifestyle. But for 300, if you really need to lose 300 pounds, you definitely need a trainer. You need you need a partner that's trying to that has that same goal that you both can push each other. Because I think for me, when I have goals, I need to have. I don't always need to, but with a health goal like that, you need a partner. Because like with me and my fiance, when we juiced together, she would not been able to get through it if it wasn't for me, like pushing her and challenging her. And the more she did it, like there was points where I wanted to quit too, but if she wasn't quitting, I wasn't quitting. So we kind of, we fed off each other. So you need a partner. If you don't have a partner, get you a trainer. All right, let me get to these other questions. Cody says, I wore Perry Ellis M chilling with the lady, and she kept telling me how sexy I smell. Man, I have my Perry Ellis M in one of these boxes. I need to take that out because Perry Ellis M is a beast. Yeah, I get that, Samuel. Yeah, it's not that hard, but I think for men that aren't into style, it's a paradigm shift, man. You have to totally change your whole mentality when it comes to dressing. I have a cousin like that, to where when we was younger, because me and my boys, we always was into fashion. Like when I was back in my younger days, we wouldn't wear the same outfit twice. We would go to the mall and we back. I ain't have money like that. Like we would buy an outfit and take it back every other week, but we was always fresh. And I would have my cousin. He would want to come to the clubs with us, and he would want to come along with us. And the dude, he just didn't have style. He had real bad like body posture. So even when like I would give him my best outfit, but when he was wearing it, it just didn't fit right, didn't hang right. We could tell he was uncomfortable. So mentally, it was just hard for him. And he's that way to this day. He don't care how he looks. He don't care about getting a haircut, grooming, any of that stuff. And I know there's a lot of people out there like him. So I don't know what I would recommend to him. I may need you two to hook up so you can do a makeover on him or something. Because he do not care how he looks. Shave-a-thon, I agree, man. It's more about with women. You gotta know. It's more about chemistry than anything else. Fragrance is just an accessory, but it's all about, like I always say, it's your mouthpiece. It's your conversation. It's the whole aura. It's your personality. It's your conversation. It's a lot of things, and fragrance is just an accessory to that. Accessory to me, like a fragrance, is like something she can remember you by. It's one of those things. No, I don't cut my own hair. I got a barber. But my barber, he's always busy, man. And I just got a haircut last week, and dude cut me. I got cuts all over my face right now from the damn barber I went to. I went to a barber shop in the mall, which I don't know why I did that, but I just needed a haircut real quick. I was going out, and they literally cut me all up. Nah, I'm not really into kicks, man. I used to be. Um, but the only kicks that I still wear are Air Max 95. So those are my, like, that reminds me of my heyday. That was when I was back in high school graduating and stuff, and those were the kicks that I just absolutely love. So I do own a lot of pair of Air Max 95s, maybe a pair of Jordans or two, which I'm really not into. But right now, all I own is a lot of shoes from Aldo. I own a lot of loafers. I own just more casual kicks. I just think it fits my personality. Like, if I'm not coaching, I'm usually wearing a nice shirt, jeans. You know, I'm kind of, dressed up a little bit, not too much. Says, what's a good fragrance for someone that works outside in the airport? Shit, you work in the airport, you can wear anything. I mean, whatever you like. You can't offend nobody if if you outside. I would just say go with whatever you like, man. I don't think you can offend anybody. I think that's more or less when you're in close quarters, when you have a lot of people around you, then you can offend people with your smells. But outside, I think you can go with what you want. Ferocious, what was your question? I didn't see it. It's like these questions are moving up so fast. Shave-a-thon, I haven't smelled mahogany woods. I heard it's good though. Did you see Michael open and see a question? I try to shave. I wouldn't want my room to smell like that. Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Hey, Shane said I look like Carmelo. Somebody else told me I look like. Somebody always told me I look like somebody. You know who? When I was growing up, I used to have the curls and the little fade. People used to tell me I used to look like Ray Caruth. Man, I used to hate that. So anybody know who Ray Caruth is? He used to play for the damn Panthers. He killed this baby moms or something like that. And everybody used to be like, man, you look like Ray Caruth. And I didn't even know who he was at the time. I'm like, who the hell is Ray Caruth? But people always tell me I look like somebody. Exactly, Kevin. It has to be authentic to you, man. You gotta, like, you can tell, like, you can put a person in the best outfit ever, but if they don't have that confidence and that swag, you can tell, because that's how my cousin was, man. He just does not look right. But when you go in the clubs, you have to dress up. You have to wear the nice clothes, or they won't let you in. So he'd be the guy dressed up, but just not feeling it. Oh damn, it goes. Uploading the archives to your channel to find it. I think I'm back, man. My stream is tripping for some reason. It keeps going in and out. So hey guys, I'm gonna finish this off, but we back at the same time. Hey, what time works for you guys real quick?